It was a near-perfect murder because the victims in this case not only died quickly and in large numbers, they died coincidentally the night before the murder. A group of us high-techs gathered here. They were supposed to celebrate their cooperation, but the lights suddenly flickered. Before we could figure out what was going on, with all the lawyers in charge of the cooperation suddenly suffered from abdominal pain. What's even more bizarre is that everyone started to vomit as if they were under a spell. They couldn't control their bodies. Some fell off the balcony, some fell into the pool, and we'd all stopped breathing as he trembled on the floor. More than 30 people were then admitted to the ICU for emergency care. CSI agents took over the rest of the investigation in order to protect against possible toxic fumes in the air. Agents entered the scene, heavily armed. They found the dead attorney, Woodall, who had first shown symptoms, and the woman in white who accidentally fell into the water, and the most exclusive guest of honor at the party, Joe Milligan, the CEO of the company that controls the import and export of missiles to key players. And an innocent man died at the party. Is this just a coincidence? CSI eyes are searching the grounds. Fernando finished the search with a poison detector. The colorimetric tubes show no abnormalities. That means there's no toxin in the air. Then Coroner Fossen decided to test the fluid in the victim's eyes to check for intraocular toxicity. Meanwhile, the agents collected all the suspicious evidence from the scene, including the drowned rat. He didn't realize that the rat would become the key to solving the case. So how did such a weird murder scene happen? Robbie's initial judgment is that there are two ways for the murderer to poison the victim. One is to use the air to spread the virus. Then the survivor's clothes should leave traces of the virus, food, or drink poisoning. Only need to test the party drinks. Robbie then rushed to the hospital with his partner to investigate the survivors. Everyone's symptoms were remarkably similar: difficulty walking, difficulty breathing, but they all said they had no warning when it happened. Well, it's a good thing Fernando is getting something new here. Luther, the second party of this collaboration, wanted to question the agent about his teacher, Morales, because he disappeared shortly after the party started. This statement gave Fernando a hint of something strange.